And I'm going to throw out a crazy proposal that will never happen, a crazy trade proposal, but both the Rockets and the Suns should consider this. And I'm going to explain why. The Suns are looking at best like a play-in team with Booker's injury and Chris Paul's sudden drop off a cliff. There are 2 more years on Paul's contract at about 30 million. And I'm guessing they're going to want out of that deal, but it'll be nearly impossible to dump. Playoff teams can't afford a $30 million backup point guard, which is what he is. So, Frank, consider this. If you back channeled with the CP3's people to see if he's willing to take on a mentor role his last couple of years, what would you think of an Eric Gordon and Boban for Chris Paul and a future top 10 protected first round pick? And by the way, he'd also be the perfect mentor if, say, you landed Scoot Henderson or Amen Thompson.
I mean, I would take that deal in a heartbeat. My only concern is that with Chris Paul when it come back, we got to remember our owner said he had the worst contract and pretty much abandoned him the way they traded him. And, you know, we've seen the interviews with Chris Paul and pretty much it seems like he hates Houston. But, you know, money is money. And maybe if some world that does happen, I think he literally would be the perfect person. Like I said, I'm watching OKC go toe-to-toe with the Heat. And it's not some random hot shooting night like when we beat good teams where we're shooting 60% from three. They're actually executing, and it's in a playoff atmosphere. And you got then it brings to memory that these kids that are a little older now with Dort and SGA were actually in the playoffs in a game 7 with one Christopher Paul. In that season, they probably had the most clutch minutes and were the most clutch team in the NBA. And I think those experiences help. And you can see SGA is one of the best clutch players in the NBA right now. If the Rockets were blessed enough to even get that opportunity, I mean, to me, he would almost be able to overcome some of the coaching issues.
You're listening to Houston Sports Talk.